Was
okay. Me had him. I'm saying go to German trip in Ebaso.
Information.
Many information is here.
Immediately after the game against
Mediama no Omoko.
Yeah. Fly the next day to Germany.
And in 10 players confirm. Isaka Midu message no the buy no.
Yeah.
Isaka so share kotoko 10 players over the German embassy.
Yeah.
Anti Isaka. You mu no sanete.
Okay, say last week in Bayer story ni say Ombeko.
Yeah.
Okay, say the Bayer story say Ombeko Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were a lot on it, but
be mu kakrai. Tete won kakra me ni nti.
Ombeko.
I know you baako.
Yeah.
Also we a lot.
We were a lot.
And a lot na ni.
There be my main keep for a good reason.
Oh, na there reason be.
Okay. Because
say a good for both company na they kotoko na and Asante kotoko na because there was an agreement, signed agreement between the two parties.
Yes.
Okay. One party and half from there. Which the company no. A do stage be no. Na kotoko for some reason they say one. Time no mo dey ko pre-season no. And no mo players no mo wono. Number no. Enu suru bebre. And almost omo twom no. Yes, omo twom no so ye players a on be play key role. A season nearby.
Yeah.
Inti. So omo call ekoye pre-season with top players no more na. Omo nse de nya so mfa so bebre because other players no be ba late no. Omo ntimi nkobi. Eno ye baako. Eche ko ba South Africa. Una be ka say una na aka court action no. Court action dey am. Danger man.
Boss.
Danger.
Boss.
We say na before kakra wo.
Yem fancy. Say me the besi was on the so. Na waka chem say quotation still we if you am carry. Okay, because number 1, what confirm me say say na before kakra wo.
Na before kakra.
Number 2, I no cre say at the time na no omo if you say eye ho adwuma no. Not there were concerns with regards to Kotoko team no e wo ho no because na ye clear say Kotoko ni standing team a omo di tu kwan e be yi. So South Africa na e be mu no. Na Kotoko nya team na
set time na
which is Ani.
Time
so
why
were they not going to revisit
the German
team, especially you have an agreement with the company rather than say who decided to go South Africa. Because
based on
there were people who wanted to scuttle it
based on the agreement and no company no this are no dey be friendly game no. Na this ni because it's na matches ni because
na exactly because na the only one na problem about one against Shaka. But na fence trip way no. One enye Germany nko Switzerland wom, Holland wom, and I think Italy crowd also wom. And they say 1 week or 2 weeks no be there. They will traverse across these 3 or 4 countries. And which means match back up. Therefore, an agreement you have with an institution, you know, we're calling it off for South Africa that we didn't know who was organizing it. We didn't know anything. South Africa was just a facade. In German. There was no people were just interested in scattering the whole thing for some whatever reasons only best known to those people. Then there was nothing in South Africa. Because
for 10 players and no the German embassy. Frederick Asare.
Yes.
Henry Ansu.
Yes.
Unel Samba.
Yes.
Esmat Abdul Hamid.
Yes.
Intim Manu. Baba Yaya. Somoa Bernard. Peter Aqua. Karim Abdul Rahman. And Elvis Chebafo.
Complete.
We need 10 players and then Omako submission over the German embassy.
Complete.
Complete, they say.
So, no.
Ombeko say. Ombeko.
We move quick.
Say second batch be
coaching. Another batch is Subeko. Another batch is Subeko.
Another batch 10 is a 40.
Oh, now triple no, you crab no mapa. Hey, me with them, I call me Ocha. Yeah. Oh, yes. Now, what, uncle?
na wa wekra
asa e ma photo mu na ye de be bi awu etia na de na wo huru so all of a sudden
pass be was what is me concrete omo concrete
na ko ye de 1 month na paper
enti ba for the one no enti 10 players and then omo koye
everything must
esa se me kwa me
self any wo say ebem wo say na wo say in language
na only mo bada na mo
Jimmy dio anopa be sorry bi mu bottle train is ana me jay yo
sorry then
yo
sorry way
anopa be sorry mu bottle train is ana me de Jimmy
then
anopa mama the new structure of Kotoko possible new structure of Kotoko
sir
na so bia montungui
eh say na mu ya no pay dey say me ko pembe bi trading
oh there be no
your good brother your friend your man Isaac Owusu Ninja is back in Kotoko. The announcement will be made very soon. Fatuo,
former player.
Yo, essentially, me say we need pardon. It Fatuo.
As.
Oh, Jai. Jai.
As Jai. As Jai.
What you betcha?
Abe day.
Na Kotoko dey ba be dey nyuma so.
O say ni ru a we play.
Abe adwuma.
As.
Technical department ni mu a.
Senior team no.
Minim ba bi kro.
Oh, I na dey say mu sese.
No, unafu fo mi ni bi. Omo na ba be in charge of the youth side and so
wow.
Catch it.
Me am na mfo.
Ah, Kotoko no omo asafo boys ni we ya.
Asafo.
Won ko fo Kotoko, me say oni pa to dey nyabotre.
Okay, na say yet team most from Kotoko.
Emos do na can scout, o man is scout, see. Emos is a scout for Kotoko now.
Richie Menu su kan.
1990. There be
on kan.
There be on kan.
Na why?
Boss, I don't know no man.
And I bought
it. You say ya. Na so who say me nya the
permission
to blow it. So that ninja dey we ya me dey
information na dey ban. O sim confirm me no. Na say woni mo dada. Na go me ade make em boa.
Boss. Mo chere say ya ye nkipu ne fa kakra.
Bafo me say Kotoko ya e be dribble.
We say dribble ne dey say be dey me dribble ne dey na tio ya adwuma ye boss
but
see ya ko hwehwia ne ate ne abeka
Bafo na say Nurudin dey no o kan o let me bo Bafo abaso and na South Africa dey no so no Bafo be kan
ela Germany so make me be kan say e be baso
yeah say Germany dey na da hodada
there be say ko mu twagu kokofo bi twagu from office kase bi amu nyina mu ni na amafo bi so sori ye say massa la line ensi Emma conference course because my coach in pressure be a call so no akofre call say me say be meeting mako what say we what wuni sorry boss say me catch us all baba wuni we away
abafo wa
so ya away I'm sorry say manu tie wa
me say maintain enkomo ne edi nya be ma fa ne sa maintain da je na wo kan
hey boss some ho hey
Bafo do samba
oh we nya samba but say adwuma na ye na director say enkomo ne edi a eja kama no ya akopɛ na what do I see come back of you Better has a report to has PS Nenra. I'm report for preseason no. Video no so I ready.
Okay.
Enti no so no.
Yemfa we enhyasie, yemfa we enhyasie, yemfa we enhyasie. Head coach Edema Kumase Asante Kotoko. Coach Prosper na te Ogun. The message ama Asante Kotoko chitafo nyina ahead of the 2024-2025 Ghana Premier League season. Na yentie ensema Dr. Prosper Nate Ogun ede ama aye Kumase Asante Kotoko echitafo ahead of the season no yentie na afei ye ni ho enkomo Dr. Prosper Nate Ogun yentie no
encourage all of them to support the team because as we speak now it is His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Setutu II, the King, who has taken over the running of the club, and he's doing everything possible to rebuild and reposition this mighty club to its former glory. So I would like to plead with all the supporters from near and far to bury all their differences and rally behind the King and the club so that the purpose that the King has for this club will be realized so that Kumasi Asante Kotoko can rub shoulders on the African continent. It is the dream of the King that one day, the Africa trophy, which has eluded Asanteman, will come back to this glorious kingdom. So I plead with all of you to bury your differences and come together and support this great and mighty club so that this team will become greater and mightier than before.
Okay, Same Yensensi Subakubim. Why?
Encourage all of them to support the team because as we speak now, it is His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Setutu II, the King, who has taken over the running of the club, and he's doing everything possible to rebuild and reposition this mighty club to its former glory. So I would like to plead with all the supporters from near and far to bury all their differences and rally behind the King and the club so that the purpose that the King has for this club will be realized, so that Kumasi Asante Kotoko can rub shoulders on the African continent. It is the dream of the King that one day, the Africa trophy, which has eluded Asanteman, will come back to this glorious kingdom. So I plead with all of you to bury your differences and come together and support this great and mighty club so that this team will become greater and mightier than before.
Okay, Dr. Prospana Teogum and the message to Asante supporters and say, and they ubia fa bibia nto nachi na ubia metai club nachi esan say and they Asante Kotoko boku no opem so team na awura and na wafa team no say hu bibia ono a eneye na de sinani so pa ne say ode Kotoko bedum pempenso a enim say Asante Kotoko ho na nkaye omotena be no ho ene eno ne ade a opem so na adwen say nei opeso di Kumasi Asante Kotoko edru enu ntino achitafo ni nyina watime maka one ho anwa ne sa nyoma ni nyina no obi anfa nto nachi na obi an support Kumasi Asante Kotoko emwa na sa ni so ade hunu eda eye opem so anim no obetime ama ni nyina abaso sebed mamja semfi wo
wala yibo enche tiefo nyina na yenhwe coach ogum nkomo no inkabom ya de ebebo Asante Kotoko sa edo manim eya afiwe on say afiwe no kra ne ba akopɛ ese Kotoko di kuruwa ewie season no enye sɛ chenchina chen sa afibi ese Kotoko di kuruwa na emom awreho Kotoko chitafo di ne last season afi de eso mutimi de serie na ye omudwumadie enti enigye ne beba so a efia ese emu acheche ndibo de bia no bitimi bo wuram ema ebe edin se obedi nkunim. So clearly coach Ogum utie this particular conversation ya asema Ogum kenya, it is entirely different from the interview back o ye wo Angel no, the one with Kwame Tanko. Yeah. On say no na he accepted that division ni wo ho. He accepted that division be as a result of ono or kan say ono kra no say that time na hit no mu pa and the statement no owie na as a fabi ene anje ne nkomodie no ho because na nchichemu wo ho a san komo na coach Ogum di wie no e ba nkomonum but they say okwase ape ne nsu anyansa enti wotie Ogum now a he is clearly somebody I reflect on they see last season and omasua bibia firim nti ne kasa mu ni mpo no otimu se ne nkomo no eye soronko ten afie atwam. And based on this conversation I can confidently tell you say bad day say speeches be to say players are political e be bad this season because coach na hwe ho nyina on say they've learned a lot o jibo omasua de pa and adisua ni bi ne kasa bi say no so we catch it titafo no say wo sere mfom so obi aye obi ha no because ye nipa e de obi beti obi na so ba mfom so akoso bia ne nyina mfa nto yachi na the process of rebuilding the club sa club ne nsamfa ne tuma pemfra because last season ye dey ebo season wie Kotoko ntimi ameki the semi-final of the FA Cup or even the quarter Kotoko ntimi ameki Ghana Premier League top 4 Asante Kotoko nim into the enfance kensu atreman po any summer test tia faso no mo kra so mo nko Africa Kotoko is nowhere closer to see the slot in Impomano. You know how serious that say fake kabe ka say in Suatrema and Koye de mad your call on the call fine and Kotoko. Yeah, the man last 4 nimpa dreams were in Kotoko ni last 4 nimpo. Say Premier League ye boy summer test Gina summer test cracker say on Africa. Ni emfa mad your dinner chi a second in Kotoko, third in Kotoko, fourth in Kotoko. Anu chose a modi mona nkoye. Nti afie say modi boni koye. Na chitafo na energy. And I think comments like this, you know, eboa. On say actions follow after kasa be say, you know. Jibo oye den ya. Etuatedom bia ba, ana nchichemu bia ba. I'm using etuatedom and can't say other party ni etuatedom. But I'm just giving an example. Say you to krumna nchichemu ba, nchichemu bia wo mo di anim. Eni bi mu omo ni omo ya adwin di omachi. To what steady omo person resolve dispute be a person look at getting peace. They go for the leaders. They sit down with the leaders, speak to the leaders. No much chiremu dientia. Esese bufuo bia abo ma fam bi omde to fam. No look at the bigger picture. So this kind of conversation should follow up with a reconciliation plan. That is what should follow. Inti asante Kotoko chitafuo bia won say emire bia ba omo ideas omo vision e ko omo pesa club ne ko na different from sending penifo bi ni say nsem bia nipa bia aka bi ntino ama nipa bia atwe omo nyina akobo chenku oba bi fa ako a look out for the leaders, sit down with them, speak to them, convince them of the new project and why Omomwa needed in the new project. That is it. Now, Omon Kambum, Omon Timin Komenim. And it is possible, ne Kubena, any pen quadie. Nipa bena on the back Kasa, Ubenya Kendifoni or Macasa, Akumanto you. Into greater Accra circles, any Asante region, Chimuaba, you sit them down, you fix it. One vision, then they move forward. If Ebia Kotoko supporters be or more Tamale, any or more Cape Coast, any or more Water region, and our carbon no say they be sending any more Koni Empire, you fix it. And to send your new coach Ogum can say Kotoko Hwaye he because of Onuntino. That means he is aware of the problem. And they should look out for those people. Ebia maybe a chem or ye be bia it's your manaso. Then you speak to them and you bring all of them on board. Kotoko time. Players need your normal year free. So the players no assume you they should come to the supporters. Supporters need anybody on betimi a tribe ya in any small way. Because at the end start free nitia. Everybody be seen in ase. In some way supporters be 200. When you penny for be 5 bi omo a omo be start a convince your members na. The Asante regional Ushia leadership now, they will go down, they will convince their members. A greater Accra, they will go down, they will convince their members. And Tiansana September ni beduru no. Now when you don't bebre, when you any eba be cut connect, pushing it to one side. Tikakana ebekano. Now the results now convince you on my bekano. Once you do how on bekasa de emfa. But results ne start to you koye. Now project now on the tenasia we church no. Or who say a crime person I want more or more jeba. And there should be a reconciliation plan. I like what Coach Ogum is saying, but I said action a follow up. They know the people. Omni momwa a bufuaba, omni momwa is sembia siamo, amo mabebu, omni momwa obia can sembia haomo, omni momwa ubia bibi a chemuntino, amo machomo. They should fix all that. Not what Conintimin Conin.
Come to Mamintio.
It's a good message now. And it has come at the right time. What it is gearing up for the upcoming season. So if the coach comes out to send this message across, I think that the supporters have to pick it and quickly pack their bags and baggages and start following the team or so obi nim the Ekos Kotoko Coach Ogum ama I clear. Some of us you can want them that. So make time Kotoko start ya omu players and I said no, this cannot be a coach's work. A cobro just coach adwuma obetimi aye. From that basis something pesue I clear say team no akofie. Kodoko team no ekofie. And that is what you nyina clamor for. Say Kotoko betimi ehu any proper infrastructure investment or development bia unless I say ni fie no started that anamono no bia follow. You cannot fault all the chairman or the chief executive for Abako because almost time no one is short, two for security reasons. Unim how long you'll be on as a Kotoko chief executive. So all your investment be are cautious and careful. As maybe I'll do Kabako investing. But say coffee dia say if you add say if you an investment what him say na person de ma de ko. So that is the Kotoko ye hu ni. I don't know whoever na wonim say na ekoso no. Enei I clear say Kotoko. So obu na afuo say o who say unlike first na nanka ye je free say obedu ho. Near that breast yasia because yasia ko born gumbe baby anu akoje no. This time it's not like that. This time the team is being run in every direction team no it's from the team no the headquarters na say the fie ayamanshia anede. And say if you are a Kotoko fan na say if you have Kotoko at heart na enezo tu von dia abufobia over 2 years a year ago no. Yes, I was starting that one because I will back to yourself because oh, okay, yes, me bufu for say, but because of anamo is here namso no, majetum. Michael Ajmedia say the video Baba back. Me back. I want to be where I am. But you man didn't be person yes yeah. But maybe I'm a short for Kotoko. Onim. You see the point? Me person me yes say that a staunch supporter no. It will affect Majubana me no because based on opim so abefa team ono aye ni team and they won say enwoma ekoso based on the wokan Kotoko sia Kimfaize gina ha obefan me give us a supporter say Kotoko na won eko Kimfaize but soft for Asante Kotoko ye ne dia but they dey call Kimfaize no enwoma bia ene ama supporters ni bi so problem makotin team but I still love me Kotoko say Kotoko akotin team Kimfaize but so you know. But so you know, and tell them catch answer. But no matter to Tom dia brefie. If you dem wa, as give it across give it division 1. And give it is not compete with Asante Kotoko. It's you know more or less me Kotoko but I want to behave like this. Dia ben you know. Because me gina me do ram bitimi adwuma na say me pe no. Esen say me ma de no ayire me den na me ntimi nka de beza me ka. And also yeah another way bitimi boa e ma team no so koyi. What you say? Sometimes I would go wrong too much. Oh, can I or yadodo? But oh, what's that? Oh, can obi or too much any ya, but then you know open. So I want to do it this way. But I'll call all the supporters, say the coach, a year message or their bay. Especially for those no more how kakra. Oh, yen to me and Casanano credit. Especially our friends in the diaspora. So you see, course, you're not come up. Me madam for baako a wo Ghana ha no o ka Kotoko ase won o be Kotoko so afeso no nya Kotoko t-shirt on tiase but from last year he's not talking about all these things because ne buofu ebi mo ya na enye bufu na meka se ne nyina back to leadership. Yes, on za ho no o mo na ne kakra bi a te say fabu census bebre o ha bi no pa ba bebre o na ne keto bi a te so sori na o se fabu census no e bi amount bi a obetua bi a 50 pound sia o de 50 pound ne ba Ghana esikam sisi a 50 pound ya around by o de 5 pound 2 cedis 50 pound 1000 Ghana cedis every month so ma wutu de any o de to less me ya less Kotoko de ho a won say 50 no animu bebre it almost can be ka ho a masika na Kotoko jeje fabu sense ekọ animu pa of course e bi ti say ayi baako yi ana omotua yi edu match there
virtual seat
and that stuff. Yes.
Majority of them are more abuchi no. So tell me at least omu opportunity me game no stadium. Into omu way of contributing to mad day proceed. Yes, man. When you have such fans, you get closer to them. You speak to them. You let them understand. Say project na ye no. Say project na ye no. Say near de kono. Baby a pesi edi dru nie. They might have suggestions ne sanyo mano. But the most important thing is say omo matia say baby adi team neko.
So that's why I make say you know say ko say.
And I want feel okay exposure o. Kabi.
Yeah.
So utu kwan ali omo Europe, omo America no. Omo hwe how our football clubs are being run.
No, Kwame. Ultimate agi to be say nipa utu kwan a wani bie mo.
Yeah.
I know there something that ultimate fancy. You nuanu no mo way. Say even you take chrome high cry no me fan say one talk ma say one tran cry. You fari free you chrome and the best you call oba na wono wudili a you clearly see say we advance.
Yeah.
And nema we exposed to. And they say the nema AC kono. They are far ahead. Clear. So I agree with you. Oh, nema okay. These are some of the things our more argument here in them. That line in them. But then me kind of makoya say senka ye de ko man ko ma tetina man for coding konkonsa na so mo kasa ni ayi obi afro na ye de akoma another person ye de free siasa wa ye de akoma say obed na akoye the status quo et de bia no against fact and ewo but na who against one ya it's so too for and me can mention where now the decision to take the team and run it by Manchano ama so to on basa we take a lot of things into consideration the time we go go all ka say nyema nyina e ko yema no kotoko enko na egu nanimu ase no o to for kasa o kasa just a statement but so because o ko digest and so mebru and routine after that was started so yesterday no it last year na some of us ye call yenye say ya or the IMC buy no or the na wo no we afi so the management e ba onim how that management be on report to and yet that management yadama jibo jibo na be fa na yi na no take control no dey say ba na a che bibi ko ya no akodwene aho be yi me first kan nkom me ye say nsa man no I think say if the year ko be to aso it will be the thing of the past and no na me entry kotoko support say yes ye run hwan ye na no ye run asante hene asante hene run team dia e che team na kofie ye na ye fie otumfo team e
Sunday pa na kamenya wo London. Oh, say the osisuni ntuma frey.
Aka maji mo me na pa. Aka me yi. My footage to be.
Akweside ye
efe. Hey, that be say otumfo ama hini na yakono. Ama hini na yakono ama ye na ya yebusuam. Say kunya krabu ha. Ya pebi so de. Aya de kakra. You see the point? O say woni ate no woni ate. Prema ni asem na ye kan. So ye prema ni a o so ni ma na ye fe. You know, na me surprise.
Yeah.
Se bi musa de ma be na I only say open so na say bonabaso.
Okay.
And no na AC Asante Kotoko mu no.
Okay.
E dey nay he players no how much you no. Players aba. I want to believe say game I want say that first no. The pressure na can eba no. Se Kotoko lose to house of Oka. Anga me no ka say anga nay anga still out yaso.
Okay.
But that performance of players there na di. That win no, not only beating House of Oak, but the performance of exhibiting, you know. I'm Makotoko supporter biya to her. Why reassured say no. Or free say after the decision that take you know. That decision was a good one.
But I say you do lead the campaign for unity now. Kebefa o. Tina na kwesi message we. Osi siasia. You left Kotoko for Nokia Boys because you were not happy with certain things. Certain things that happened during Herbert Mensah's time. Allow us to speak our mind.
That's why I'm not blaming them. We are all pleading. There's a difference between.
It's Branian family the campaign. No,
there's a difference between me blame almost and now bofu. And they say make us say, oh, I chop a coach if I get into. As you know, Mano shouldn't have a problem with me.
Okay.
You see the point? And I make us say me. That's some of the things that we do for Asante Kotoko behind the scenes. People don't know. People don't know. And me no know the enemy. Me no know. You know, some of us here about fear know. But you know, we try to stay neutral as it is.
Eric Edmond Sankranchia Kuwa or say Jibo, the fact that you are outside the country and contribute more than those in the country doesn't mean you are the epitome of wisdom. Menya sure say akasa asem no wa ha. Edmond yanka wa ha say obi oti abochiri ebi asabi onimnyansa chen obi oti fi. But the person e che ne say akwes nante ohui. Yetimi su obi nante bi. So won so nante pa. Me sure say Edmond the message Edmond so UK. We said the nyoma esi koso wo ho na de be fi na betot o be hwese de yempanyfo si yo man ya Edmond say wa wonim say
ana wo fu pa
wa wonim say ade no Dakito mami ti we
jibo I wish you see
say Mr. Kwame Ozu don koso ochia wo
chem
na men kan kire o say o se sia ja de o keka no Kim Pfizer ben o ye kotoko ni
someone is not far from right. Not far from right. Yes.
I used to how Fawaz and away there be way you but for down free the way UK Obana saying oh Baba Debbie the Obana saying oh
they were talking corona.
Oh the way Fawaz Fawaz said the question there was massive. Oh, Asante or mine. So could be. Fawaz could be on. But for an say no ha. Oh, Fawaz but na here no ha. Last month ya no ha.
Our bank do you can offer. Okay, I'm a Juliano. Who you can offer? Who can offer?
See, I say you are still a prodigal son. You are far away from home. Na na kwesi na the message you yaba. Fawaz bagana na say ah. Oh ni. Mama me la say with Fawaz. Ni.
Oh dear,
any Fawaz by July ya no Ghana.
I dey betty. No abokroma I
can offer
then on say omo corporate gonja for. And now abobon eyi na wa hye ne fugu no nan na
nkoroba obafie.
Ono odi
Asante Marco display Orlando no.
No embassy.
Kente.
Eh, omo afi bi aso to
videos and I'm sure they come here say ho ntuma say those nim ntuma free
na na show be USA
yango
Jibo I think say
Baba Kroma was
they are chopper the yard also and play in the yard also. Listen, they are love football love a back naturally. Listen, football love
football don't
adia a day football don't eba Jibu a food no modern babo place your mouth and how they are preparing for next season. My season is starting. No go to Karela Panyain 2-1 2-0 1-0 Abukuma say Panyain 3-0 Ako Panyain. Listen, naturally, because a team now or doing no ocean, the love will naturally come back. And see, be sangofono, be beer no obey yamano. Where they get more energy to do that against. Se team ni more enkonkaya. Now I say, now you are even giving them more energy to do that against because omo bibika now or be obeka e dey affect team no because team is not performing. But when the team is performing I am a referee asem tentemo last season time na ogun first round nyama say na obehye match with us no are ya nti omo kokoro ma say all of a sudden I say bibia was okay. Eti football no till when they be ogun be patch na may the African back unse
but they will need the spirit of the supporters.
Say make say spirit no
and the results ne baba
spirit no omumodem bo coach no ogun and the boys no modem bo bring the spirit back natural
the supporters ne teda no mo nko akọ
no say anyom nya na atiada ebi mu na atiada na de o ma atiada no e o say ebi mu carry omo along enti carrying them along no ogum do your work on the field of play. Because I see when the time I say a chop and air outdoors. Last season, you made a similar statement calling them everybody come together. Yeah, but now I said I want you about if you know. I don't what I read soon as to money on Mobium. And he clearly he wasn't someone I said. I just said the first statement on making last season no. It wasn't from his heart. I said no okay just to say it for you to look as a waka baby. Because why not over patch also team ni no embro on board. Okay for in that day no all patch also offer on board no. Or you see somewhere be true supporters am I say no. What if you are calling people to come along? You don't use such words.
But it looks like on also a lot of lessons from
that make I say and you know naturally
well, me interview no you could clearly see say why sober when you ma bebre or yeah last season this season based on the opportunity now when you know on yes mistakes ni bi
no sir
it's okay last season as ma okay the main press conference or say true Kotoko supporters or ne Kwame Tanko say true Kotoko supporters and session of the supporters are on say Kotoko no zaka de ba ko ne say ti say ogum di kan ba Kotoko no onyankofo a omo pe na asem abra ogum free ho no yenyankofo a ogum ko no ko eniti e ma yawdie ba omumu so tell me say ye wo bi e no wo Kotoko a o kina bi woni ho a kofo be di yaw because no mo fu say the contribution to the club no say ke bi a wotenaye anase ye fa kwampa so na yi na akebebo wa matim na tumpon so tell me say eti utie na you could see say on so so anyoma bebre was an opportunity we obed Isaac intense say you best sacrifice over 20 players ama coach at no even the great Jose Mourinho
no say in football the entire mostly players misbehave here team you can't sack where football is done professionally the professionally underlined because it means that they see Kotoko. And then like I say, he's the most luckiest coach I've ever seen since I'm many years. I may follow football. Me who be that as lucky as he is. Because in football, no, when players and that's when Subabe is a one per coach, you don't want behavior. Coaching the Pamo. We help him, but you sacrifice you first. Then solve the problem internally. Bring the coach who can move on with the boys. No? Because nobody can tell us that the Kotoko boys no, in terms of modern bonomy are bad. Individually, nobody can convince me say they were bad players. But you should bind into and every both the players and the coach after. And a man go situation about most of the players are from now based on my entity and say we are meeting now. Kotopo na fara hene. Asia players no one before going to Malaysia no. That was where players na pon be bring na no na e mic emudi o. Say ya be hia o, be ka wo hawo. Nti ebi mu ko ya o coach no nje sisi ntina yambo e mo de. Ni ya twa odi anto. So what I say. Obi so wa ko ya no. Oh, yeah, problem but we are trying to find a solution to the problem. I just no on car say or bro, but what can say coach no the oriented na ye na e to share players na ye pemo no in some no omo mention no na de list no say asema obi ya kan ya mention that o et most of them that were being sacked no based on what they told Kotopo na Ferehene in that meeting as the reason why they are underperforming. Also when Obiafo Ojuma Jibo Eduawoka. Now we are bold to tell the person say me betina promise me to papa because me ne so obedo problem. Eti ma betina say me to papa so o ka nsebunu bia just to make sure say you undermine the program. Jibo penyino nya akwanya obiwo sinchen wa kire se obiafo mu otua ka correct yese ontua ka
just because we will be a problem we now me employers na mu ye adwuma na problem won ti ase eti me gbon to ka
okay
eti clearly you could see say Ogum yes was lucky to stay because Saturday na Kotoko Yama no e bi nsi we bi ada say ye ba one person a coach as against over 20 players eti e bi esi now all I'm saying is say the love will come back naturally if they win. Me say that she panya. Let them win 2, 3, 4, 5. Jibo, you will see naturally how the love will come. And those diaspora for need more bocha no. Jibo, they be omunu di ko.
But adea entimi enye continuous no. Enu nti ne yeka say they will need every single supporter from the start. Enye twen mo wini answer. Because enye possible say Zakito Kotoko bebo the whole season wa be mo lose game.
O say en case mo lose o.
Ti the make an. Enti edu period a e be enfa ne say o ma sha na edu stage na nyom me ye den a. O ye supporter o say nyom me den to atia da.
That already wa return. Sat baby o ko bia no. Mo twena ba awie. Enti on ko bi wa be ka. And I think say Jibo, this is in a Jumane Cassia Najina Ogum and the boys and so. And I like the fact that on one say I personally on no one casa and follow track those players that or Odoma Bakono. And the say he believes in them, he thinks that they are the best that can help Kotoko go forward. And he says at least Bibia say this season they have to improve.
Okay.
If they improve, may catch yourself. You say diaspora for only didn't come bia o. Ah, I won't family and do go ngomo. Obi anka on go to if BBC on go show concern. E just say they mo pe. Baby nti but mo na say na e ma say de na Ogum. E bia say they okay say bia baby kwan of aso ko ye no. E bia na say coach Jibo diaspora for I manage Ogum so Kurumasi and Aurefi. Omo Twitter then. He was someone they love.
Okay.
Ebia, quite far so coy no. And this Gabriel win him. Ogum dey no be we matches for them.
E chama say ye be nya sa supporters ni bi. Na ye no madi nkomo on the show. Na bi enwoma e ha omo no. Omotimi akabi. Denya ma no be fa na be ha asensem no.
Oh, maybe has in some no na boss
danger
esu obi a otan no wasa no achi adepa me boa nipa ompe wasem no ompe wasem
nipa ompe wasem
wo ye ni bia ompe wasem
eno ne hwan
nti sometimes edu ba bia you keep at what you can do. But also what you say to the best ability or best possible at your ability that will be to my NY na.
Kasabebu dia na bezoka.
Enti no me de coach Ogum wakasa eno beka ya no pa me ka say ne kasa no kan spectacular. Especially looking at the time na or the can in some no kan ya no. Sometimes somebody takes up responsibility. Sometimes somebody takes up leadership and then try to rally everybody around. And I think that is what he's seeking to do. Nana apenkra penny position ne or you know ebia obeye we ni say ya ebia kaye de but ensese obeye when Ogum e wo ho no mo. Ene we Kotoko ye shede ni obi a specifically o shede kasa de ma wo mo. Inti I say Ogum be more or less the mouth.
Na so bank be fine.
Oh, nti am kasa ko be kan kan just ko.
If you straight.
Kan na ke de kosoro pa. But Ogum so kan. Ni se mo kan ye die rallying everybody around. Se we Kotoko ni. Na say ebia we were misunderstanding and I'm misgiving and I'm misfeeling about something or somebody. And therefore, what time will back at the club at Unye Kotoko ni papa?
Debbie. But for Debbie.
Me say, So we are Kotoko or we are a supporter of any other club. Now so we say who misgiving, who misconception, who misunderstanding. And therefore what turn back at the club.
What turning the back at the club?
Yes.
See, I won't call for my support to club, sir. A drew point to be they stand up to fight the club because of a new maybe a cause of club.
And I'm saying that person is not a true supporter of the club. You fight the club for what?
It's more
how?
I mean, for Liverpool, example. My past owners here, if we be told to me from where everyone say, I'm a supporters, Gina Stadium, so I'm free team, I'm for myself, I'm team, I'm demonstration. It means they hate the club.
No, you see, there's a difference. One here, you
difference in the day.
Almost say there was a maladministration, Quite often so administer club no, in the view of the supporters. And penifo who say person they will not work against the club.
Club.
They will not turn their back at the club every day. Almost stadium. They will buy tickets. They will buy tickets in advance. They will buy tickets.
Okay, I say do stage. We now affect Liverpool match day attendance.
But they all better tickets, you know. But sometimes come back with Jagger in it.
But no more stadium.
Come me say sometimes. Say me Liverpool fan. I know what I'm talking about. One team go Jagger stadium nechi to protest and tell them say, "Kura mo first for running team no." And yeah, when you changing will be oh, and yeah, when you will be in change for one reason or the other. It is not. It's a far different. So, for instance, or you pay. Now, you may run in the board for say, you're changing one person or the other for reasons that even you, the listener, may not know. And I can't know. Was it therefore, how do you do that? You can't do that.
Until I'm
not supporting it, but questionable.
Obi our support to club for who
for all your life
or contribute to the club. Never be cause of club no food or no two or no at the corning queer man can.
No, mean cancer. You see, there's two different as well can now if me tell catch there Obi say be chill now be have more on Casadia. Say them I don't deserve to sit here in the next minute. Me say you can do all this Liverpool supporters or demonstration that they do it within a certain remit. Me must make any and say yes sir coach now on power with me aka. But you don't turn your back at the club.
10 almost 10 say.
For instance, Liverpool the other working season this one Saturday now for them say now 45,000 say 50,000 e be san e be yam on beto ticket no everybody am say ball ya to ticket ni ya mehwe ye gina ho ya mama hu say ye ntimi no nya adwuma. Those are registering your unhappiness to Pennyfono. Mini problem. And you do it within the legal confines. You don't remedy it's not mini problem. But there are people who are working against the club. Oh,
coach, management members. How did they do it? Some go to
you ought not to be a coach or a management member to work. And they say, differences and a beef for us and say irrelevant, material. It must not even be discussed. Because all the can say any way that it impact or affect the club. And I say, if somebody believes, say, uncle bet maybe be the aboa, name the decision be, you taking decision be, and therefore to hear of everybody. That is what we are talking about. Media, minim, and I think some so in person me the back asem. Sanyasa kebi anka ebe mention no ma etititie bia sometimes utiana obusa say wow you can do that. You can do that. Me and I obi ka say obe send WhatsApp chats between about 3 or 4 Kotoko players and some certain individuals. So omo turn omo back at the club to the point that omo me ensha Kotoko.
Sir.
So that Ogum Ebenumbeguasi.
Sir.
So that Ogum will be sacked.
Sir.
People, I mean, we start from time because there are people who back there or system before they me because and I can say if I had gotten it that time alhamdulillah kasa pray come no be
no tell one kwade be ma ho
me say
do si news
no me ka say enai
o ba for
boss who dey jai me ka say na
but me feel say ba for in all this no because they will need everybody on board. A do point to be to say Zakito Moya Okushia supporters in US ya what the back say me as Okushia Manka will be crepana pampa win. Your friend is a Manchester Penny Okushia Manchester supporters here on both. Oh, Okushia more restaurant be or come or church a Manchester project which and about for better radio say can support about pana pampa win. About for a friend say. No last year and this year.
They no crab bag kakaka bi no. It was a kakaka no.
I friend say.
Oh, I don't know you didn't escape me. Make I catch you.
Oko Spain.
Tano tabo boni din pa. Jomoto. Eti jibo.
Eti Jomoto ko ya. Oko church supporters no. Eye there obeti a church am na to be aso.
No, we say nyano sa na make o. Even though I no na informal, but you see nyano mpo na make o. Maybe
iba waju my din o.
Yes, me know we are doing. And me know we are doing.
Very difficult.
Everybody must come around.
And no kwana everybody. Nyo obi na beba wo.
Of course, yes. I hope na campaign. I hope na campaign me be jane say. Say me can say enipa obi a ompe wasem no. We are there ya ompe wasem.
When say me share man be recently. Na or catch them reason why o free kotokoko has. Oye kotoko ni pa o siasia a o yiyi papers kotoko bo matcha o twa pages na ye kotoko stories ne nko o yiyi papers be play the chairman o se me nya adaje a
minimo bi a wo so nim no one ne ye fine pa ono so kotoko correct
o se
but
ada na re ho ye ema ne je kotoko aduma ye
no ye mo we fi kotoko na ko has
eda omo yi the late poko afie efi kotoko sada na no so aja tim no
o say
say the message me say nipa
our affection for a particular player
because
and we didn't cheat any nickel
anya no support kotoko ansa na poko afie ba
I agree
but obaye no obenya adomi ma
onya assistant affection for
it will fool say e ko poko afie fast to free kotoko no
anya ne de
te say sia na hebet mensa but so say what I'm trying to say is
okoya can face adwuma
just obetiti okro ma ba
oh no you see
me me ka sam chiro
nya no hu bia bro
maybe tie
no say that so kotoko ni na
maybe tie fight maybe tie me ka sam chiro
that's okay can face
that for tie
opposition
just o ma chase nyina okro from
me away
onga njoda
me away boss asema ye ka no ya na there's a slight difference kakra wo say siasia we kotoko ni opepanyini bi asem panyini no ye na fi kotoko mu wo say me kwati me mejaye makodwo ni confessor enti so oye bibia ri ti akotoko a minim say confessor na ode no akokoshe no onyina ni meka ntem say oye kotoko ni and yet owe kiti akotoko because panyini bi ye na fi ho because kotoko by its nature and its characteristics no every now and then people will come and go
sanko no dangerous no say people kotoko no owe kiti akotoko sanko no very dangerous be kotoko ni o claim but behind the scenes no work you go kotoko
no more working say
no one be no me boss
some dey kotoko for accord with all the necessary protocol
timba say we need
opportunity kotoko or players but now you tia
me o kuma stadium ana kotoko ni bi say ye de omo opposing team ni on be she kotoko kuma se o wi e no on be ni ba ko say ye de omo hu so na adware wo mo stadium I was there
Kodoko work ka pusi ho Kodoko akobo work se Kodoko one right e wo ho Kodoko esa ha oje Kodoko supporters li bi I know claim so Kodoko supporters what you say yan to am so many times Kodoko be cap na me ahwe because panenu hu o mai stand for your home
you can be a true Kodoko
obi te say wo siasia
me dey be
e she wo bufuo tie e say obufo say
fantastic
because of the idea bet mensenti baby a ko biem no after Kotoko no be odi nachi yes and I Herbert cook in Pfizer
and also call
and I odi nachi so what the mention
o say Herbert fit
you say no the wo ye no ye wo su nipa bebre e wo ho because answer no obi be do obi no te say o ye pa ye te hei ba for ye obi a o ye pa o te enne oti o ye pa o ufiri ya na ko stage fufuru be di wachi So what tell say?
That is true.
Say akọ baby a okọ because of the love that woman. So what tell me say? It dey be say me change nyina ne say akọye nipa dom adwuma a wo ye obia wo se de osi ye dey eye ne nyoma no. Kakra na team ni betimi abọ ho banya supporters amomadi omachi no. Ye ni say ni sa nyoma nyoma ni nyina no ye mfa nto.
Yes, but the opportunity today no cry a mother. Say Kotoko's been around about Manshia.
And no
that way a mother. Yeah, so I'm telling you, as my guys, I mean, if that are Batman's are quiet, and I'm saying so teams all in the year. Maybe I'm coming free. Because Nipa don't man, you did Kotoko more at that time. No, they are the people I quite radio say from Yari. In a game that I could have died.
Yes.
In the what game I could have died.
It won't say.
Maybe you told him you could have died.
Yes. And today na say meti. Just say give me a can. Because after what game no?
Yeah.
It took him almost 2 seasons. As I say ko stadium Kotoko. Because at the end of the day nipa na oye adwuma no he works for Kotoko.
Yeah.
So tell me say.
For the good of the
person me kire say to cut all these things na adie bia na start free baby.
Of course, yeah.
Ba for nyo obi fiti ya no ye bibi o.
Dabi.
Eye nyoma bi asisim na bi atwam. E na hya amanfo bufuo.
Meji ni nyina atum.
So tell me say. Eti kwan be na ye be fa so a ye besti sa nyoma nyina no.
Ebi na
eno na me ba sia point na o kan say in the history of the club e bin see that.
Yeah.
So say problem na wo Kotoko ne say ba for wa na edi team na ma no.
Ti ye me hwe.
Borugum
baby e bia na wo ba for wa ma fa phone ma frɛ wo. Ba for and then kai ni say ya. Okay mate. Ba de ba che bia de nka o ka say say wo ye no wanye. And na me fa phone frɛ na me ka asɛm che no wantie no afa ho tan. And obi antimi ko fa phone go frɛ otumfo.
Ko frɛ no ko che ne.
So tell me say obi antimi fa phone go frɛ otumfo. Ko kan che ne say ni. And obi antimi ka say me tan otumfo. Eti me Kotoko.
Better wo dem matan.
Eti the only thing about me I can say ye Herbert Mensah, say ye Owura Sylvester Asare Ansu, say ye Dr. KK Sapon, say ye Nanaya, say ye Dr. Kwame Che, say ye wan obi obeye Kotoko bia no. Ene yi sa de ni hobiem.
Simple.
Eye de no yi sa mpanyimfo yi, ono na ne waji ni team awoye.
I know.
Ene ya de ba kwa me. The very day me de bia me can say that day na me call Rich Park. That's as if they be an be one me din watching. Ko hu ball 3, it's 4.
And the SS appear.
Yes, that was the very day I can say.
And then
men share mema a big problem. So Kotoko men share mema a big problem because the state I muja club ni woman.
If you say any
was around 98 yes 98
so,
about
those who counties are years now down the line and they say a commission I will share you. Say akomaso de wodi to akomaso ene de base for ekaye no de atitifo atitifo no hwe no de woni ginaye no ene abem enti utie Ogun voice ya oboma yeti sisi ya Ogun seems to subtly has confirmed story na me na no pane say ebia na penkana ebeye the executive board chairman and then we'll be reporting to Menshia and then Menshia will still be in charge of so we are Kotoko supporter. Memenka say therefore a good news or whatever it is, but at least there's some sort of paradigm shift big kakra in terms of who is in charge of the club for our support bra. It is not because Oguma Tiao Konfasu Koye or ya and I say Konfasu Baye or ya and all this sometimes. So one young to say nipa at a point in your life, Ubibeti Tiao Naswa a hard drink kakra. And one young to say Ubiti Naswa Ubiji Mama and I cannot bet ya a hard because da Ubeti will be national who say Ubiti Naswa at the check. Because I don't know who say now super say Ubi Edo de Chow. The Chama make us no. See Obo different categories of individuals are Omabe Kotoko. One more hono, ne uncle for no omo masi. Say be on befi ho. Na almost and as omo for aba. I think say if my memory serves me right, the only from Herbert time no, the only person oba Kotoko. Wo fi Kotoko akọ. Who say either ono or ne assigns a fight the immediate administration pokunti. Meaning say if Obi say if my memory serves me right.
No, Everton didn't do that. Everton was one. was one day.
It doesn't honor assigns. I mean, people are running.
Fighting what way?
Fight.
I know they become Kotoko.
They become
anti-Kotoko.
They become anti
management.
Say Ode Osana Oka Obi Otis or two Obia Obi you be because the one the Chinitano.
No, but I show but they are about no.
Obi o actually be because the be in the time.
Oh, you see, I know that statement. I know the boss. You know, there are those that publicly make pronouncements. There are those that say, "We don't share our actions in our inactions." I catch it. I will say, "Omu peeved. Omu yaudia like that. They are not just resting on it. Almost also making effort to make sure say system not stabilize."
At a point, these supporters, therefore, no more contribution to the club. Nemodu. Akuma ho asem ne yeka no.
Yes.
Eti na make say.
But it has always been so.
Nyina no, de atwa mani nyina to twa ne say. Enei opemso na ye kumase asante kotoko.
That is the
So tell me chana say. Enti nei no. Obi timi ngase se bi okotwa opemso na enti.
Asa.
So tell me chana say.
We yegu nsa gu tiri so
enti ye koye nim no. You will need somebody over Gemantel no, to bring all the supporters on board.
Very important.
Because therefore, Adewe a dikotokonya for so many years.
Yes.
The ama kotoko. Therefore, ni sunsum no, emunye do to say kanane yes anyoma no.
Of course, that's true.
At
the time we there,
because you see, I know.
Obi sorry nyina as a leader. Na almost onfa supporters ni nyina
emre together
me preso no mon support was ante
me preso because
Emma team no nko nanim
sisi I be easier ma me put in that way rider sisi I say be easier because say
your team direction
yes because of the direction the team ni ko say oh yeah a supporters leader now per se wo dey already around everybody omre
so
umre we use mention na wo no. Then the second thing is that say omo hit team in terms of the technical aspect no adwuma resources super say resources so ba then money easier na o dey no boss we dey ma me ntwa mu
me sponsors me sponsors na we mpa cha
o manye house ade no kitikiti kra o
nyambo acha ene ya kotokonko a menu apa no enye so menu apa no
and Mr. Champion
bafo nyame ya admo acha be wo house your concentration will be at House of Folk. I say, may you have phenomenon how I say, a every famous see there be a better for Abu Sensos. Now, phobia, you know, on Wednesday, phobia sure they encounter them. I as every phobia sure, if Abu Sensos, difference will move. Yami